Watch this.
Oh, hallelujah.
Get up right now.
I'm hearing something real powerful for someone. And now listen to this.
Hey guys, Jay the Denier here. This is a video I put together about Trump's deniers and the fact that he proved them all wrong. I wasn't a Trump guy at first, but I become one more and more every single day. So have fun with this video I slapped together, and like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave your comments, and God bless.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Donald Trump will not become president.
He's not going to be president. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it.
All right.
Wrong.
And then, of course, there's Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
They're always wrong.
So when you stand and deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit.
Wrong.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on.
Sorry to laugh.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right?
Wrong.
But come on, buddy. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
But sometimes they're wrong. I'll make a prediction, though, for you. And I don't really get into predictions much, but this one I'll go way out on a limb. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is a here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Ever respectful of the fact that the people have not voted, he's not going to be president of the United States.
Democratic Party, this corporatist, weak, spineless, pathetic party.
Could I just cut through? I have one thing to say, one thing only, and that is that this race is over. Tomorrow morning, the money will dry up. The Republicans will start to hide. Trump has no place to go. This race, effectively, as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race.
Wrong.
I mean, everything I know about presidential politics, and I've been through 5 of them, I've never seen one like this. This race is over. You might as well accept it. And the question now is, how do you minimize damage? And the only way you can do that, it seems to me, is to try to grab hold of some old conservative value things and do what Mondale did in '84, which is try to save a few people down ballot. But as far as Donald Trump's concerned, it will never, ever, ever happen.
Are they wrong?
I think they're wrong 100%.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president.
This is the time for real wisdom. Lightning round.
If Trump wins, how about bursting into tears and screaming for the next 45 minutes?
Well, America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
Feels like the end of the world.
How do we explain how this is possible?
How did this happen? Experienced politicians bullshit versus racist bullshit fake gynecologists bullshit.
Get your abortions now, because we're gonna have to live with it.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
This is a different Earth today than it was 24 hours ago. It's a different place. Cause it just is different.
The woman who President Obama called the most qualified person ever to run for the White House couldn't break through. The question remains, who can?
Deeper concerns tonight that the world's shining light of democracy has gone dark.
Decency lost last night, and that's what's so hurtful about this.
This was a white lash.
That's racist!
This was a white lash
Racist!
against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president in part. And that's the part where the pain comes.
I kind of push back against the advancement of African Americans, of Hispanics, of women, of Muslim Americans.
It is a mourning moment for those people, and it is a moment filled with fear.
It feels like we're trying to avoid the apocalypse and half of the country is voting for the asteroid.
Is there a doomsday plan for a time like this? Am I right to ask about a doomsday plan? Do you see this as a doomsday scenario?
I cannot put a happy face on that. And that's my job.
This is the first time throughout this entire race where I'm
officially shitting my pants.
I genuinely do not understand how America can be this disorganized or this hateful.
How do you govern when your whole campaign was built on the hatred of somebody else?
From slavery to, Nazism, we have faced challenges before to who we are as a people.
Plus the Supreme Court, who knows where that's going to go. So the only checks and balances we have are us, the view, the view, the view,
the view.
The best ad campaign, the best ground game. This is a shot against meritocracy, I think, because she merited everything. And the normal way you standardize these things, she did what she's supposed to do to win.
She was Hillary Clinton, the most qualified candidate, the best suited for the job, the best temperament. Now we're hearing not a good candidate.
History is put on hold yet again.
Remember, all of the people telling you you can't have the country you want are the same people that wouldn't stand. They said Trump doesn't have a chance of being here tonight. Not a chance. The same people. No longer can we rely on those same people in the media and politics who will say anything to keep our rigged system in place. Instead, we must choose to believe in America. History is watching us now. It's waiting to see if we will rise to the occasion and if we will show the whole world that America is still free and independent and strong. I am your voice. So to every parent who dreams for their child, and every child who dreams for their future, I say these words to you tonight. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. and we will make America great again. God bless you and good night. I love you.
He has a lot of accomplishments to talk about. And now, of course, these are all things that the Destroy Trump media never reports on because it doesn't fit their narrative. They are singularly focused on one thing, and it's not the truth. It's not evidence. It's not facts. It's about how to tear down this president by any means necessary. Now, that's why they'll never tell you that under President Trump, this is 1 year. Unemployment in America, 17-year low. African-American, Hispanic unemployment have also reached record lows now under 1 year of President Trump. Thank you. Jobless claims are at a 45-year low, and since the election, 2.5 million new jobs have been created, and there are 2 million fewer Americans on food stamps in the country. We have consumer confidence near a 17-year high. Business confidence has now reached levels not seen since President Reagan. And all of that is before the president's historic tax cuts have even started to kick in. Also, on the economy, President Trump is reversing what was a precipitous decline that we witnessed under 8 disastrous years of failed Obama policies. President Trump is cutting regulation at a historic rate. We're eliminating 16 for every new regulation enacted. Look what it's done for the energy sector alone. ISIS has been crushed because he has allowed the military to do their job. We are now rebuilding the military. Thank you. And the president's demanding that the border wall be built in any immigration legislation. Now, if a Democrat had accomplished half of what President Trump has at this point in their presidency, the liberal media would be trying to put this individual on Mount Rushmore. Look at the disgraceful coverage you get every single night from your so-called mainstream media.
A dizzying 24 hours in the Russia investigation, no longer just inching toward the president. This morning, it is more like careening.
That's bullshit! Donald Trump is afraid. A political hurricane is out there at sea for him. We'll call it Hurricane Vladimir, if you will, the whole Russian thing. That's bullshit!
This is evidence of willingness to commit collusion.
There's outright treason. I mean, there is no question that what he is doing is giving aid and comfort to the enemy.
Tom Friedman said the election hacking is at the caliber of a Pearl Harbor or a 9/11. Do you agree with that?
I completely agree with that.
That's bullshit! Donald Trump now sits at the threshold of impeachment.
So you've had Democrats, the media, over a year pushing a made-up false narrative about so-called collusion, but now it's all beginning to start boomeranging back, as I predicted at the beginning of this year. Everything the media has accused Donald Trump of and his campaign of doing with Russia is exactly what Hillary Clinton and the DNC and Fusion GPS and Christopher Steele are all guilty of, and people should go to jail and likely will go to jail over all of this. And that is the real Russia collusion story.
69. Now it's time for new, believable people, and we must do it. If we don't control insiders, this will be over and over. To lead by an any big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies, and we must do it. Big fat love, find common ground to halt the spread of lies.